Hello everyone, and welcome to the questions on vectors video. Okay, in the previous two videos we have looked at in grade 10 vectors and scalars, and grade 11 the follow-on for vectors in 2 dimensions. And now we're going to have a look at the questions or practice questions on vectors. Okay, please bear in mind that all questions in this video will actually be taken from the Answer Series Physical Science textbook. Alright, and we'll be looking at questions from the grade 11 textbook because the grade 11 textbook deals with questions from grade 10 as well. Alright, so without further ado, let's begin. So we're going to do with question 11 first, and question 11, all right, is on page Q2. So it's the second page of the questions at the back of the textbook. All right, so it's on the second page. Okay, and the question reads: 3 collinear forces, F1, which is 45 newtons west, F2, 63 newtons east, and an unknown force, F3, are applied to an object. The resultant force of the 3 forces is 12 newtons west. The important thing to note, okay, and this is my tips, okay, for answering questions. All right, this is my tips. All right, let's write it down there. Tips, all right, for answering, all right, questions. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do, okay, number 1, is we need to write down, all right, write down on our page, either on the right hand side or somewhere on the left where the marker can see it, all right, what we've been given. Write down what we've been given in the question. Okay, then 2, right, we choose our formula. Choose our formula, choose how we are going to approach the question with which formula, and then 3, we solve. All right, there we go. That's my tips for answering any questions. This can be applied to any section in physical sciences. All right, so do apply these, okay, and then you will be sure to at least know what you were doing and get some marks for your method especially, okay? And if you are still unsure of the answer or how to approach the question, if you write down what you have been given, the chances of you answering the question successfully are that much greater. Okay, so the question, now the first question that they give us, right? The first question, define collinear forces. So from the question or above, they want you to define collinear forces. Now I have given you the definition for collinear forces there. All right, let's read it together. And this is how you would state it in your paper. All right. Excuse the typo over there. It should be collinear forces are. All right, I apologize for that. All right, but it's a simple typo, so let's just read it together. Collinear forces are forces acting on an object along the same straight line, i.e., they are forces acting in the same direction or in directly opposite directions on an object. All right, so if 2 forces are acting in the exact same straight line or direction or directly opposite in opposite directions, we know those forces are collinear. All right, and we know this because in collinear the word line is visible there. All right, perfect. That's a simple definition that will require some studying and remembering. Okay, now the next question, 11.2. 11.2 asks us, show by means of a tail to head method of vector addition how the magnitude of F3 could be found. Okay, now they told us that F1 was 45 newtons west. All right, there we go. This is my F1, 45 newtons west. All right. Then they also told me that I had an F3, just taking care of the, let's do F2 first. Let's keep it in order. All right, let's keep it in order. All right, let's go back there. Then they told me F2 was 63 newtons east. All right, 63 newtons east. That looks about 63 approximately. All right, F2, 63 newtons. All right. Then they said there was an unknown force of F3. All right. F3 over there was F3. And then my resultant force, they said, let's get a straight line there. All right, let's fix that. All right, and then they said my resultant, which was over here, was 12 newtons west. All right, so this is my resultant, right? So I write R equals 12 newtons. All right, so let's go back to the question. Show by means of tail-to-hat method of vector addition how the magnitude of F3 can be found. All right, back to the information in the question. F1 is 45 newtons west, F2 63 newtons east. The unknown force of F3 is applied to an object. Now, judging by our resultant force, that our resultant force is a positive, since that in the question we're going to take west as positive. All right, so we're going to take west, all right, as positive. All right, we know that F3 would have to have been in the westerly direction in order to get a positive resultant force going west. All right, because there's a very big easterly force here. So to balance out, we know that it would have had to have gone in the westerly direction as well. All right, so there's our picture, and that is our marks. This is for 11.2. Now for 11.3, right? 11.3's question asks us, determine the magnitude and direction of the force F3. Well, right, we know what we do. We need to pick our formula, of course. All right, we need to pick our formula. That's the second step. We've written down what we have been given. All right, we know these are our forces all in the picture. Right, so what do? We know from the notes the resultant force is equal to F1 plus F2 plus our F3. In this case, the resultant force was R. So we replace that and we'll say R is equal to, what was our F1? 45 newtons. All right, plus, what was our F2? 63, but because it's going in the easterly direction, we'll denote it with a negative. So negative 63. All right, and our F3 is unknown. F3 is unknown. All right, perfect. Now what you can do is, now in the next step, I have added a step here. What you could have done is you could have just said, well, okay, that was that. So what we know that R was 12. We could have just said straight and gone straight here and said 12. All right, is equal to all of that. Still would have been correct. All right, still would have been correct either way. So let's leave it like that for now. So 12 equals 45 plus negative 63 plus F3. Okay, we can skip the maths because we can enter that on a calculator. All right, but what I will do is I'll show the math step. All right, so we should get on this side, if we bring everything over, 12 minus 45. All right, plus 63 should give us what F3 is equal to. We punch all that in on a calculator and we should get, therefore, F3 is equal to 30 newtons west. All right, and there is our answer. All right, full marks, and everybody's happy. All right, perfect. One eye is a little skewed there. There we go. Everyone's happy. Perfect. Question 11 answered, done, and dusted. Perfect. Okay, if you missed any steps, please go back and review the steps in the video. You can just press rewind and watch this piece again.